Hello and welcome to week 7. This week you're going to be learning about mass wasting, which is just a general term for materials moving downhill. That can be anything from rocks falling to slopes giving way, and really kind of lumps in a lot of different things. And then we'll also be talking about rivers, running water, and we're going to continue talking about that next week. Of course, the big thing this week is Exam 2. And I will say that by the time, certainly by the end of this week, I should have all of the grades updated, so you can go ahead and check out your grades over here. Of course, there are some of you that have a few items there that won't be graded yet. If you do have things missing that you have not turned in yet, assignments or labs, doing that before the midterm would make sense because that would help you with studying. But once again, if you are feeling like you're behind, those deadlines are primarily just to keep you on course, on task. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, please let me know, because I'd rather you put good effort into your work and get good grades, and do well on the midterm. Exam 2 is going to close out Wednesday of week 8. And it's set up that way so that you can take a look at the grade that you get from that exam and the grades you have so far in the course and really decide whether or not you want to go with the grade that you've got or go with a sort of like pass-fail sort of scenario. And so do make sure that you take a look at, in this case, the exam review down here is going to be, so week 7 this week. This week's material is going to be on exam 3. None of it's going to be in this exam. Instead, this exam 2 is going to cover weeks 4, 5, and 6, which each of those weeks are going to have a similar exam review. If you do it, you'll get a point of extra credit. If you also take a look in week 6, there are some practice tests for the exam, and you can take that as many times as you want. And that should be very, very helpful for you. I noticed that a lot of people didn't even do this last time around. If you want to do good on the test, do that, okay? It's a quick way to do it. I noticed that most of the folks that didn't do well on the last exam only took about 15 to 20 minutes to do the exam, which you should probably think about doing and spending a little bit more time on that. Practice test, do it, all right? And if you have any questions that you want to direct at me or some of your fellow students, go ahead and post that in the discussion forum. These things will close out and not be available once you go ahead and take the test. So you won't be able to do anything that way. And this week's assignment is going to be primarily on doing some research about your local water supply. It's pretty straightforward. And if you have the lab, you'll want to return the rock and mineral samples kit to the SRC and go ahead and go there and pick up the weathering and erosion kits. And those are boxes, totes that are maybe about 2.5 feet by 1.5 feet. So they aren't going to exactly go into your bag or anything, just to let you know that. And those you'll need for the rest of the labs throughout the course. So that is about all I have for you for this week. Just a reminder, go back, finish any assignments you haven't finished, turn in any labs you haven't done, and take a look at doing some of those review quizzes. whether they're even for like week 1 or week 2, that'll at least get you a little bit of extra credit. Okay, so good luck studying, and we'll see how it goes.